morning, guys. So it's 3, yeah, it is morning. It is crack of dawn morning. It is 3:30 on Sunday morning. We are headed to the airport, about to go on a mission trip to the Dominican Republic. This was one of the things, if you listen to last week's episode, we talked about saying no to say yes. This was one of the things that we really strongly felt that we needed to say yes to back in the fall. And we did. We signed up the first day that this was available to sign up for. We're going with a group from our church. We're going to build a home for a family in the DR. When we get back, we will totally recap the trip and tell you how it went and what we learned and what we felt. But this morning we wanted to talk a little bit about how we're feeling headed into this. You know, neither one of us have really done a mission trip since probably high school.
If maybe some sort of charity work with a work obligation or something like that, but no trip. And we were talking about this. I don't think we've ever done an international one.
No, I haven't.
Totally
ours were always, in the States. You know, and now they are taking kids on these international ones. Our church is taking a group of youth to do this one, I think later this year. So, you know, the only time that we've been to the DR is for vacation. I mean, we were just there 2 spring breaks ago with Tegan and her friends and our family friends. So this is just going to be a completely different experience. You know, I'm a little nervous. I'm nervous. Just, I am at a certain age where certain comforts have definitely come into play. So this will be very interesting, going back to a dorm style living for the week. You know, you'll be with the men, I'll be with the women.
Yeah.
You know, I know it's going to be a fantastic experience, but it's going to be taking us definitely out of our comfort zone.
Right. Yeah, this one's, I too have a little bit of bubbles in the stomach as we're driving to the airport here. And I'm surprised by it because I didn't feel this way until now that the trip is here. And I care a little less about the creature comforts, although, no, I would like to have a hot shower. I'd like to have plumbing that's of Western standards.
Okay, sorry for the pause. Rick needs to concentrate on the driving, so we had to pause for a second for him to make that curve, and then now...
As much as we love y'all, and thank y'all, the audience, the safety of the airport's a primary here. Yeah, I'm actually kind of nervous about this trip. And it's not just the comfort part of it, it's just the out of the comfort zone, out of the rhythm. I said to you yesterday, I feel odd that I had to switch my bags. I've been such a rhythmic traveler that now I'm worried, did I put the right thing in the right bags? When I actually realize, in the end, we don't need a whole lot. And I think that's what this trip is, I think, going to teach me, and probably both of us and all of us, is what we think we need is so not actually what we need. I guarantee we've probably overpacked, even though we're minimalists on this trip. And this opportunity to learn a lot about ourselves is what I'm looking forward to. And that sounds incredibly selfish, and I guess, it is sort of by definition how about ourselves. I'm also really excited about what we might be able to do for this family, and I'm hoping that it has not just an impact that they get shelter, but that it allows them to restore their family unit, allows them the chance to go on and build a successful life because they're no longer worried about where will I survive tonight because I'll be inside of a house. And I know that was why we initially were going to be on this trip. Why not only did we sort of say, this is one of the things we say yes to, the flexibility of the empty nest allowed us to say yes, and we were so happy. Yes, we can do this in April because we can. That ability to help this family in the Dominican Republic is going to be phenomenal. and what it's going to do for us, I think, is going to be the eye-opening part that may not have been anticipated when we signed up for this.
And I think I'm really excited to see the community there, because the people that have been on this trip before said the community is just amazing and so tight-knit, and when they see that a new home is being built, they all come and help. And I think that's one thing, you know, as we are trying to grow our community and expand our community, and that has been the sermon series at our church this entire month. I think that's one thing that I'm really looking forward to, is just seeing how the community interacts with each other, and these people that have so little but yet can be so happy. And I did enjoy packing for this trip because I didn't need to bring makeup. I didn't need to bring hair stuff. It's just, I think it's a week for us to, yes, focus on this family and helping them, but also just help us to realize, like you said, you know, needs and wants are, needs are essential, but wants are non-essential. And so I'm not saying that I'm coming back and I'm going to go to some minimalist lifestyle, but I think it's just good to take these little breaks and see.
I think we're going to be put to shame by what you said there, the happiness and the tight-knitness of the community, when we see that material goods are not what brings that together, when we spend so much time here striving for those material goods. Even when we think we're not striving for them, we probably are. And we're going to get there, and that needs versus wants is going to come flashing before our eyes in a huge way when we see what this community has.
Yeah. So by the time we post this video, we'll be near the end of our trip, and so we're looking forward to getting back and sharing with y'all, and hope everyone has a great Easter, and we will touch base with y'all when we get back. Bye.